Hello, this is Coyote with Denali Access Solutions, and today we're installing the Locinox VENUS motorized pedestrian gate closer here on our demonstration gate. It's one of the more considered solutions we've worked on when automating pedestrian gates, especially in high traffic environments where consistent operation matters. The VENUS is a motorized operator for pedestrian doors and swing gates, designed to be used both indoors and outdoors. Instead of relying on hydraulic pressure or spring force, it uses a 24-volt DC brushless back-drivable electric motor to guide the gate through its movements. A few details that are worth noting before installation is that this operator requires 110 volts AC at the operator location. This operator is designed to handle gates up to 4.6 feet wide and 220 pounds. The tools required are straightforward: a drill and drill bits, metric hex keys, a tape measure, a square and level, a marker and painter's tape along with a center punch, a metric size 8 drill and tap, clamps, and a battery-powered inverter helps, as well as a multimeter and wire strippers. Before installing the operator, the gate needs to be installed correctly. It should swing freely and remain level throughout its travel. The post and hinges should fully support the weight of the gate, and it should not be supported by the operator. The VENUS arm has very little tolerance. If the gate sags, twists, or drags, it will cause premature wear on the operator components. The proper operation of the gate is foundational. If the gate's operation is not correct, please correct it before proceeding with the installation. We begin by choosing the mounting height and arm geometry, and this decision is guided by hinge clearance and adequate room to remove the operator housing when needed. Locinox provides templates, but we always like to verify these measurements manually. The goal is for the arm to move naturally through the gate's travel, all while keeping control of the gate without binding. Once the position is established, the operator body will be mounted to the post or wall. We will mark the location of the 3 mounting holes and drill and tap them out to allow for the metric size 8 hardware provided to thread into the hinge post. Mark and drill out the location for the incoming power and accessory wiring. There are 3 different arm options available for the VENUS operator. We are using the articulating arm in this example. Attach the output arm to the operator at 90 degrees, then attach the connecting arm and the arm bracket to the gate. Measure 19 and 11/16 from the center of the arm bracket to the center of the VENUS output arm. Drill and tap the hole for the arm bracket and secure the arm bracket and the connecting arms. Manually test the operation of the gate throughout its travel and check for any binding or stiffness. Connect the 110 VAC power to the operator by pulling back the terminal lever and inserting the stripped wire. Then push the terminal lever down and ensure that the wire is secured. Once powered up, the operator lights will flash and the system will be ready to be configured. Once the mechanical work is complete, configuration begins. We install the Locinox app by scanning the QR code located inside the operator. We'll first start by opening the app, start and accept, and I don't want to register, so we'll do configure a new gate, continue, VENUS. Make sure that the operator housing is removed during the entire setup. Continue. So this is where you can go from manual opening manual opening with push and go, or fully automatic. And it shows a little diagram. So we are going to go to manual opening. And it says connect to power, good. And wait for the light to flash, so got that there. Checking my firmware version. So this is where you can select metric or imperial. We'll do the weight, the width, and weight of the gates. And continue. So now we'll go ahead and configure the open and close position. So in the app, it says to configure the open position, manually open up the gate to the desired maximum opening angle. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll toggle on, saying that the gate is in the open position, confirm. Configure the close position, so manually close the gates. And toggle the switch on, confirm. Start calibration, make sure that there's no obstacles in the movement zone and stand back. The gate will open and close multiple times. This process takes up to 1 minute. All right, we'll go to calibrate. And it says calibration successful, so we'll go to continue. Here's where you can adjust the opening and closing speeds. So if you want it to open quick, so it can open in 3 seconds, but if you want to adjust the close time, you can increase that so it takes longer to close. The pause, you can go from 2 seconds, which means it'll open fully, stay open for 2 seconds, or all the way up to 30 seconds before it closes. So we'll go ahead and set this to 5. And we'll test the motor speed. So we'll tap open, and this is set to the fastest opening. And we'll test close, which is the slowest closing. And if you're happy with that, you can save it. I'm gonna increase the closing speed so that they both open and close the fastest. And we'll go to continue. And another calibration. And it says calibration successful. Continue. So we have another screen that says you can adjust the motor force. It goes from 1 all the way up to 10. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this low. You could also test it. We'll do continue. Configuration successful. If you're finished, you can go to finish, but in advanced settings, this is where you can set the auxiliary outputs and inputs. So you have 3 power outputs and 4 inputs, or yeah, 3 power outputs and 3 inputs. So you can configure these outputs to stay on consistently. They can operate a magnetic lock or a solenoid. They could show gate status, or they could be used for little sconce lighting that Locinox provides. We will be powering an external keypad with this. So we've configured output 1 to output 24 volts and the input 1 to act as a control device. So in here, you can say that they're unused. You can configure a safety sensor with it, like an edge or a photo eye. And you could be specific about the direction of travel that it's protecting. This keypad will be used to command the gate to open, and then the gate will close after the programmed pause time. There's all different kinds of options in here that you can program these inputs to do. They could be open and stop commands, close, hold to run, all different kinds of things. So we will go ahead and save and continue, save settings, and complete setup. So to go ahead and replace the cover and close, and this should be good to go. So if we give this opener a little tug, it should open up. And then after 5 seconds, it'll close up on its own. The operator supports a range of integrated options, from keypads and telephone entries to request to exit buttons and locks. How these are used depends on your project and the property's needs. And that's our approach to installing the Venus Pedestrian Gate Opener. It's a capable operator, but like most automation equipment, it depends heavily on the gate it's attached to and the care taken during installation. Thanks for taking the time to watch. We hope this video provided a clear picture of the installation and use. If you're interested in more content centered around automatic gates and access control, subscribe and follow along. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you can think of any topics you would like to see us cover, we invite you to leave a note in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in future videos.